Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I am so excited. I am up. It is 11 o'clock. Like, I'm up and dressed at 11 o'clock. When does that happen? But here's the kicker. It's Wednesday. Yes, I get 3 days off this week. I'm having a little staycation at home, and I am so excited about it. But here's the thing. It's Wednesday, but it's October 1st. So I figured I'd take this time to challenge myself. Kind of makes no sense because it's like I'm taking a staycation to relax. But I'm also going to challenge myself with a reading challenge. I have 3 days off of work, so it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And my challenge for these 3 days is I have to read a certain horror book in 3 days, which is hard because I can't read a 300-page book in 5 days during my 9 to 5. So this should be interesting. And you can probably see it missing from my bookshelf. The book is Dracul. This book is 493 pages. So almost 500 pages, and I got to read it in 3 days. From what I understand, this is basically a fictionized version of Bram Stoker's childhood, and how he came up with Dracula is basically my understanding. I don't know anything else other than that, but I know it's a horror book, and it's as scary as hell. Josh Malerman, author of Bird Box. So maybe I can actually get scared by this book. I have not run into like a good horror book in a while. As a bonus, because I've been doing vlogs lately that have just had one book in them, as a small bonus, if I finish this by Friday or Saturday, hopefully Friday, I have another book for this vlog. This one is super short, and it is The Woman in Black by Susan Hill. I found this at Half Price Books. I've been looking for this book forever. This is the 1998 version from Vintage Books London. This is a UK copy of this book, and I found it at Half Price Books. I looked up, saw Susan Hill, and grabbed it so fast, and sure enough, it was The Woman in Black. There is kind of a story about why I want this book, and why I've been looking for it. And I'm going to go over it as quick as I can. So back in 2012, when I was a new senior in high school and a total band nerd, after band conditioning, I don't even think it was band camp. I think it was like the weeks before band camp, and we were doing band conditioning. My best friend and I went to, and she's still my best friend. If you watched my travel vlog, that same best friend, same girl. I was going through a phase, I was a Potterhead, but wanted to see the main actors in different roles. This wasn't a smart choice for me as a 16-year-old who didn't like horror. And y'all who know me know I don't like horror movies. So my best friend and I rented The Woman in Black starring Daniel Radcliffe from Redbox in 2012. And it ended with me hiding behind a cushion and my best friend screaming at the screen because she didn't like how it ended. So I've heard the book is actually much different, and I want to give this a shot now that I'm older and kind of know what to expect, but not really. So this will be my bonus book. But that is this vlog. I'm starting my horror reads for October. I am going to get to reading Dracul, and I am so excited. Hopefully this one's actually scary. That's my hope, because honestly, a lot of the horror books I've been reading haven't scared me. And I completely forgot because I looked over here. I also have book mail. My bad. So this intro's gonna be a little bit longer because I have book mail. So this one I ordered Sunday, and I found it. I apparently started following the author on Instagram at some point, and she told me about this book, and I wanted to read it so bad. And it is The Scarlet Star by Jennifer Kropp. She is on Instagram. That's how I even discovered this book's existence. It is basically a fantasy retelling of the Book of Esther, is basically all I know about it. And I'm excited to read this. As a Christian, I love the idea of finding more Christian authors, and I'm so excited to read this. So yeah, we'll get more into that when I do a vlog on this book. So that is my book mail. I'm going to get started on Dracul, and I will see you guys with an update later. Bye. So this challenge already isn't boding well for me. I'm only on page 43. And I've had all day. But I got distracted. So with me being home, the reader part of me and the person who wants to make videos about reading, I'm not sure I can call myself a content creator yet. I want to read the book. I want to read, I want to sit, and I want to relax. But the wifey side of me, who knows I'm off work and my husband is at work, really wanted to clean the house. So I ended up cleaning the kitchen, going to the grocery store, and then went on a run, which I don't do. It's actually been a pretty good day, just not a good reading day. So the whole reading Dracul in 3 days is already not boding well for me, and I have to take the medicine that makes me sleepy tonight. Yay. But as for what I think so far, there's not really enough for me to have an opinion, I guess. I do like the writing style. I can at least say I like that about this book. It's written really well. Really all you know so far is that Bram has some kind of ailment. We're not really sure what it is. We really only get his symptoms, where it's like fever, cough. You can feel it in his bones, and his nanny, Nana, does something about it, and it makes him better for short periods, but it drains her. Now, as someone who's read Dracula, I kind of see where this is going, but I also don't, which is exciting. Yeah, that's pretty much all we know so far from where I'm at. Also, his older brother is acting a little weird, so yeah, that's about all I know so far of this book. I am enjoying it, don't get me wrong. The issue is I just got distracted and didn't want to sit all day, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's pretty much my update for right now. I'm really going to try and get some more of this reading done tonight and get straight on it in the morning. But I will get more of this read, okay? I feel like I have wife duties as well while I'm here on my little staycation, but I do feel like they're important things to do. But I am hoping to get some more of this read tomorrow, maybe a little bit more tonight, but this 3 days is not boding well for me. So maybe it's not just my 9 to 5. Maybe I'm just easily distracted. I'm sorry this wasn't like the best update, especially since it's like almost 10 o'clock at night and I'm only on page 43. But hopefully I can get more into this tomorrow and spend more time reading instead of being kind of squirrely, I guess would be the word. I will see you guys in the morning. Good night. Hello. So it has actually been about 2 days since I've updated, and it's Saturday. I have failed at reading Dracul in 3 days, obviously, considering I'm not even halfway through. I'm barely halfway, if I'm halfway at all. I'm on page 220. So I have gotten like a huge chunk done. And I'm not gonna lie, it has been very nice living like a stay-at-home wife for 3 days. I have been also listening to the audiobook version of Dracul while I do things. Like I think I was listening to it when I was making potato soup the other night, and then I was listening to it some more while I was folding laundry. So I have been reading while doing some of these chores, but it's not quite been enough to get this done in 3 days. I'm going to continue this vlog until this book is done, at least. Date on Dracul. Some creepy stuff has started to happen. I'm in part two. So Bram is 21 at this point in the story. His sister is 22, and his sister Matilda, and Thornby. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Thornley, sorry. And Thornley are trying to solve a mystery from their childhood. And it's all connected to this one nanny, this one Nana Ellen. So it's all connected to this. And I think Thornley literally just ran into Dracula. I'm sorry, Dracul. It says he ran into a man in a top hat with like a black, he's all in black. He's got like red velvet on the inside of his cape. He has the ruby plump lips. He has the filed down teeth. And he has an accent, and Thornley's like, I don't recognize that accent, but it sounds Eastern European. And I'm like, it's literally Dracula. But it's such a it's really good at being creepy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm invested in the spookies on this one. It may seem I have finally found a horror book I actually like, which is rare for me. This makes me want to reread Dracula so bad, because when I initially read it, I finished it in a 24-hour reading vlog because it took me like 2 years to finish it. This book makes me want to reread it because I think this type of horror, this type of classic type of horror, is definitely my vibe when it comes to horror. So that is my update on Dracul for right now. I'm very much in a spooky mood, and I'm excited about it. And this book has definitely got me in that mood. Yesterday I actually like closed all the blinds and closed the curtains and had a candle and nothing but the lamp beside me, and read while my husband wasn't home. And I'm like, this is the perfect vibe to read this book in. So I'm enjoying myself, don't get me wrong. I just didn't read it as fast as I wanted to. So I failed the challenge, but the book is definitely not a fail. I don't know if it's a 5-star yet, but it's very much a slow burn, and I'm so loving it. I'm so here for this book. I think I should get back to reading because I am enjoying this book and I really want to finish it. So, yeah, much longer than 3 days. I will see you guys in a little bit. Hopefully, by the time I see you again, I'll have a substantial update, or I finish the book, one of the two. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, so I failed miserably at this challenge. I had 3 days to finish Dracul. I finished it Friday. It's Sunday. And so it took me a week and a half to finish instead of 3 days. So I did finish Dracul, slightly in a haze because it was late at night, but I did finish it. And I don't quite know how I feel about this. I gave it a 4-star initially because I wanted to finish it. I thought it was really well written and stuff, but I'm not sure how I feel about the open ending. I don't know if I like the twist with the vampires. I can't say what it is because I don't want to ruin the book for everyone else, but I can say I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna give it a 4-star still. I think I need to like revamp my rating system because I feel like when I rate something a 3, it's just kind of meh, and then a 1 is like god awful. This one is a 4-star for me, unless I revamp my rating system and decide it's actually a 3, but I feel like a 3 is too harsh kind of thing, so I don't know how I feel. I did like the book. It was scary as hell, like it says on the cover. I'm not as sure. I was very invested into the story. I thought it was very creative, and yes, I could see the connections between um, this and Dracula. But I've heard it described as a prequel. Well, I kind of saw it as inspiration, a fictionized inspiration for Bram Stoker. I did like the characters a lot. Bram was a very interesting character to read about. Thornley is just such a tragic character, and by the end of this book, poor Thornley. Matilda is a solid female character. I liked her a lot. Um, so yeah, I did enjoy reading this book, but I'm not sure it's like a 5-star for me or anything. I recommend for people who are like, I have to read all the vampire books out there. This is a good. If you like vampire stories, this is a good. It's a good read. But I didn't. I don't know what it is with me and horror books. Me and horror books just don't get along, and I don't know why. I did finish it. I did like it. I recommend it to people who maybe like Dracula or maybe like vampire novels. I do kind of recommend that. But if you're just a horror fan, maybe not. But it does make me want to reread the original Dracula. It does kind of have a similar um, premise. It's almost like a multimedia, but not quite. I felt like the original was much more of a multimedia for something that was written in the 19th century. It was really good. So this was kind of like that, not exactly, because this is mostly told through journal entries, while Dracula was told through journal entries, newspaper clippings, and other sources of media. This one really only had 2 or 3, and plus some of the narrative did change depending on where you were to like a normal read, which is fine. But as a vampire novel, I think it's pretty solid. So I'll leave it at that. But because this took me so long to read, I'm not going to be reading The Woman in Black by Susan Hill for this vlog. I still have to finish editing my last vlog and this one. I don't have time, but this will have to wait for another vlog. And I think that is going to be it from you guys. I hope that was a somewhat coherent review. And spooky season has begun, and I'm excited about it. If you made it this far, leave a vampire emoji in the comment section, and then let me know you made it to the end. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.